Sometimes, it's as if God is trying to catch your attention, alerting you to something crucial in your life. These moments can feel unsettling or confusing, particularly if you're not sure what the signs mean or why you're experiencing them. It's important to understand that when God gives us warnings or signs, He is not doing so out of spite or to make us feel uneasy. Instead, these signs are His way of guiding us and helping us navigate our lives more effectively. They are meant to protect us from potential harm or poor choices, and to help us stay aligned with the path He has set out for us. Often, we might miss or overlook these divine signs simply because we don't fully understand them. It's not that we are intentionally ignoring these warnings. It's more that we might not be tuned into what God is trying to communicate. This lack of understanding can lead to missed opportunities or even dangerous situations. That's why it's so crucial for us as Christians to learn how to identify and interpret these signs. Recognizing these signs can help us avoid making mistakes that could lead us away from God's intended path for us. It also helps us to make better decisions and to live a life that aligns more closely with God's will. In this video, we are going to explore 10 signs that may indicate that God is trying to warn you about something important. These signs are meant to alert you to potential issues or decisions that need your attention. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I encourage you to do so. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with valuable content that can help you in your spiritual journey. Remember, God's love for you is immense and unwavering. He is continually working to guide and protect you, ensuring that you don't stray from the right path. Many people find it challenging to recognize spiritual signs because they haven't been taught how to discern them. This lack of training can make it difficult to perceive or understand the guidance God is offering. If you're facing difficulties or uncertainties in your life, it's important to be vigilant and open to these signs. Being attentive and cautious can help you navigate through tough times and avoid unnecessary pitfalls. It's never too late to begin paying closer attention to the signs and to actively seek God's guidance. Developing this sensitivity can greatly improve your ability to make informed decisions and to stay on the path that God has planned for you. The journey to understanding spiritual signs often starts with a desire to be more in tune with God's guidance. If you're finding it hard to recognize these signs, it can be helpful to reflect on your current situation and ask God for clarity. Prayer is a powerful tool in this process. By sincerely seeking God's guidance, you open yourself up to understanding the messages He is sending. It's also beneficial to study the Bible and learn from the experiences of others who have navigated similar situations. This spiritual growth can enhance your ability to discern God's signs and make decisions that align with His will. As you continue to grow in your faith and understanding, you may find that recognizing and interpreting God's signs becomes easier. Remember that this process takes time and patience. It involves learning to listen carefully to the subtle ways God communicates with us, whether through persistent thoughts, feelings of unease, or changes in circumstances. By paying close attention to these signs and seeking God's guidance through prayer and reflection, you can better understand His will for your life and make choices that reflect His plans for you. Ultimately, the goal is to live a life that is in harmony with God's purpose and direction. By being vigilant and responsive to the signs He provides, you can navigate life's challenges more effectively and stay aligned with the path He has set for you. Trust in God's guidance and remain open to the ways He is communicating with you. With time and practice, you will become more adept at recognizing and responding to these divine signs, leading to a more fulfilling and spiritually aligned life. If you find that you keep thinking about a particular issue, even when you try to put it out of your mind, this persistent focus could be a sign that God is trying to get your attention. These repeated thoughts, which you may not be able to shake off despite your best efforts, might be more than just random mental noise. Instead, they could be God's way of highlighting something important that you need to address. It's not unusual for such thoughts to come up frequently, and they might be nudging you to pay attention to a specific area of your life where God wants to guide you. When you experience these recurring thoughts, it's important not to dismiss them as mere distractions or as something to be ignored. Rather, these thoughts could be a divine prompt indicating that there's something significant you need to consider or act upon. Instead of pushing these thoughts aside or becoming frustrated with their persistence, take the time to pause and reflect. Engage in prayer and ask God if there is a message He is trying to communicate to you through these recurring thoughts. This prayerful approach can help you gain clarity and understanding about whether these thoughts are a form of divine guidance or a warning about something in your life. Praying for insight can provide you with a deeper understanding of why these thoughts keep surfacing. Through prayer, you invite God into the situation, allowing Him to provide you with direction and wisdom. This spiritual practice helps to discern whether the persistent thoughts are meant to alert you to an important decision, a potential problem, or a necessary change in your life. By seeking God's guidance, you position yourself to better interpret these signals and respond appropriately to any potential challenges or opportunities that might arise. Another way God might be guiding you is through feelings of unease or restlessness about a particular situation or person. This sensation goes beyond ordinary worry and often manifests as a deep-seated discomfort or anxiety. Such feelings can indicate that something is not quite right and may be a sign that you need to investigate further. When you feel this kind of internal disturbance, especially when encountering new situations or meeting new people, it's crucial to approach the situation with prayer and a willingness to seek clarity from God. This unease might be God's way of signaling that you should not proceed with a decision or relationship without further examination. It could be urging you to take a step back and evaluate whether your current path aligns with God's will. Prayer can help you discern the cause of this discomfort and provide you with the wisdom needed to address it. By seeking God's guidance in moments of unease, you can gain a clearer perspective on whether the feelings are a warning to avoid potential pitfalls or an indication that you need to make some changes in how you approach the situation. Sudden changes in your circumstances can also serve as a powerful sign from God, indicating that He might be trying to redirect your path. These abrupt shifts, whether they involve a relationship, jobs, or other significant aspect of your life, could be a sign that God is guiding you away from something that is not beneficial or aligned with His plans for you. Such changes can be unsettling, but they often come with a purpose, serving as a divine intervention to help you reevaluate and realign your direction. When faced with sudden changes, it's important to use these moments as opportunities to pause and reflect. Instead of reacting impulsively or feeling overwhelmed by the disruption, take the time to pray and seek God's guidance on how to move forward. Ask God to reveal His intentions behind these changes and to provide you with clarity on the next steps. By approaching these shifts with a mindset of seeking divine direction, you can better understand the purpose behind them and respond in a way that aligns with God's will for your life. Disagreements or disruptions in your relationships can sometimes be a way for God to get your attention and help you refocus on what truly matters. If you notice that you've been dedicating so much of your time and energy to work, family, or other activities that you've been neglecting your relationship with God, this could be a sign that something needs to change. These conflicts or interruptions in your relationships might serve as a reminder to reevaluate your priorities and ensure that you are maintaining a healthy and balanced relationship with God. Temporary conflicts or disconnects from people close to you might be God's way of highlighting that you have become too reliant on others or have shifted your focus away from Him. Such disturbances can be a wake-up call to reassess where your priorities lie and to adjust your focus back to God. Use these moments to reflect on how you have been spending your time and to make necessary changes to ensure that your relationship with God remains a central part of your life. This realignment can help you regain spiritual balance and strengthen your connection with God, ultimately leading to greater peace and clarity in your life. Experiencing a sense of conviction about certain behaviors or attitudes that you once ignored can be a significant sign that God is trying to get your attention. Often, this conviction manifests as a sudden awareness of guilt or regret over actions or attitudes you previously overlooked or didn't recognize as problematic. For example, if you've been engaging in a behavior that you now realize is harmful or contrary to God's teachings, this newfound sense of remorse is not just a random feeling. It is a divine nudge, indicating that the Holy Spirit is at work within you to highlight areas of your life that need correction. When this sense of conviction arises, it's crucial to take it seriously and reflect on its meaning. The Holy Spirit's role includes guiding you towards righteousness by helping you recognize when your actions or attitudes are out of alignment with God's will. This inner conviction is meant to lead you to acknowledge and address these issues, making the necessary changes to bring your life into harmony with God's expectations. Ignoring these feelings can mean missing out on important spiritual growth and transformation that God intends for you. Therefore, when you start feeling remorse or guilt for past actions, it is essential to listen to these emotions, seek understanding through prayer, and take active steps to make amends and align your behavior with God's will. Similarly, when you come across a Bible verse that seems to speak directly to your current situation, it is a powerful indication that God is offering you guidance or a warning. The Bible, being a rich source of divine wisdom, often contains passages that resonate deeply with our personal experiences and challenges. As you read through the scriptures, you might find that a specific verse stands out more than others and seems particularly relevant to what you are going through at that moment. This phenomenon is not merely coincidental, but can be seen as God's way of communicating with you. The relevance of these passages to your situation can provide profound insight and guidance. They can offer reassurance, clarity, or a course of action that you might need to take. The Bible's verses are designed to address a wide range of human experiences, and God often uses them to speak directly to our hearts and minds. When a verse seems to be addressing your circumstances, it's important to meditate on its meaning, reflect on how it applies to your life, and consider how you can integrate its message into your decisions and actions. By paying close attention to these scriptural insights, you can gain a deeper understanding of what God is communicating to you and how you should respond. If you find yourself praying repeatedly for clarity about a specific issue and still feel unsure about the direction you should take, this persistent uncertainty can also be a sign that God is trying to convey an important message. When you continuously seek guidance through prayer and remain uncertain despite your efforts, it might be an indication that you need to stay attentive and patient. Persistent prayers for clarity often reflect a deeper spiritual need for understanding and direction that God is guiding you through. This ongoing sense of uncertainty can be God's way of encouraging you to continue seeking Him earnestly until you receive the clear direction you need. Sometimes God's guidance comes gradually, and the process of waiting and seeking can be as significant as the answer itself. During these times, maintaining a steadfast commitment to prayer is crucial. Keep seeking God's will, asking Him to reveal His plans and provide the insight you need. This perseverance in prayer helps to cultivate a deeper relationship with God and strengthens your ability to discern His voice and guidance. Hesitation about making a significant decision without a clear reason can also be a sign that God is warning you to pause and reconsider. If you find yourself repeatedly delaying a major decision, such as committing to a wedding, making a large purchase, or embarking on a new venture, and you cannot pinpoint the exact cause of your hesitation, it may be an indication that you need to take a step back and seek God's guidance more thoroughly. This type of hesitation often goes beyond simple fear or anxiety and can be a deeper signal that you should not proceed without further reflection. In these moments of hesitation, it's important to take a break from the decision-making process and engage in prayerful consideration. Seek God's direction, asking Him to reveal the reasons behind your reluctance and to provide clarity on whether you should move forward or adjust your plans. This approach allows you to approach the decision with a more informed perspective, guided by spiritual insight rather than just your own reasoning or emotions. By taking the time to understand the root of your hesitation and seeking God's guidance, you ensure that your decisions align with His will and contribute to your overall well-being and spiritual growth. Overall, recognizing these signs from God, whether through a sense of conviction, relevant Bible verses, persistent prayers for clarity, or hesitation in decision-making, is crucial for aligning your life with divine guidance. Each of these signs serves as a tool for spiritual growth and a way to ensure that your actions and choices reflect God's will. By paying attention to these signs and responding with prayerful consideration and reflection, you can navigate life's challenges and decisions with greater wisdom and alignment with God's purpose for you. Incorporating these practices into your daily life helps you remain sensitive to God's guidance and ensures that you are making decisions that honor Him. By being attentive to the ways God communicates with you, whether through internal convictions, scriptural insights, or the process of seeking clarity through prayer, you can better align your life with His will and experience the fullness of His guidance and protection. Recurring dreams about a specific issue might be another significant way through which God communicates with you. Dreams have held a special place in various cultures and religious traditions throughout history, often being viewed as a medium through which divine messages and warnings are conveyed. When you experience the same dream repeatedly, it can be an indication that God is trying to get your attention and offer you valuable insight into a particular matter or concern in your life. If you find that you keep having the same dream or a series of similar dreams about a specific issue, It's important to approach these dreams with prayerful consideration. Dreams can sometimes be more than just random thoughts or experiences. They can be a way through which God speaks to us, offering guidance, warning, or encouragement. In such cases, taking time to pray and seek God's understanding can be crucial. Ask Him to help you understand the meaning behind these recurring dreams and what He might be trying to communicate through them. In addition to praying for understanding, it can be helpful to reflect on the content of your dreams. Consider the themes, symbols, and emotions involved in these dreams and how they might relate to your waking life. For instance, if your recurring dream involves a particular person, situation, or emotion, think about how these elements connect to your current circumstances or unresolved issues. By analyzing the details of your dreams and seeking God's guidance, you can gain deeper insights into the messages they might be conveying and how they relate to your spiritual journey and decision-making process. Sometimes, God might use others, such as pastors, spiritual leaders, or fellow believers, to deliver a message or warning directly to you. This could occur in various forms, such as a conversation, sermon, or piece of advice that seems unusually relevant to your situation. In these instances, the message you receive from others might align closely with what God has been trying to communicate to you through other means. For example, a sermon might address a challenge or decision you're facing, or a conversation with a friend might bring up a topic that resonates deeply with your current struggles. It is important to be attentive to these external messages and consider how they might fit into the broader context of what God is revealing to you. God often works through people to provide encouragement, correction, or guidance. By being open to hearing from others and discerning how their messages align with your own experiences and prayers, you can gain a clearer understanding of God's will for your life. It's also valuable to approach these interactions with humility and an open heart, recognizing that God can use anyone to speak into your life and provide the insight you need. If you notice any of these signs in your life, whether they are recurring dreams, messages from others, or other forms of divine communication, it's crucial not to dismiss them. Engaging in prayer and opening your heart to God are essential steps in understanding and responding to these signs. God is always ready and willing to help you interpret what He is trying to communicate and guide you in the right direction. The Bible promises that God will guide you and show you the right path. In times of uncertainty, or when you're facing difficult decisions, you can trust that God desires the best for you and will provide the direction you need to navigate through challenges and opportunities. This promise is a reassurance that you are not alone in your journey and that God's guidance is available to you at all times. When you seek to understand God's messages and guidance, it's helpful to approach the process with a spirit of trust and patience. God's timing and methods of communication might not always align with your expectations, but trusting in His wisdom and guidance can lead to better decisions and a clear understanding of His will. By staying open to the signs He provides, whether through dreams, messages from others, or personal reflections, you can more effectively discern His guidance and ensure that you are on the right path. Taking the time to reflect on these signs and seek God's direction can lead to greater clarity and confidence in your decisions. It can also help you avoid potential pitfalls and make choices that align with God's purpose for your life. In every situation, Whether you are dealing with recurring dreams, messages from others, or other forms of divine communication, remember that God's guidance is meant to lead you toward a path of growth, safety, and fulfillment. By following God's guidance, you can experience a deeper sense of peace and assurance in your life. Trust in His wisdom and seek His direction with an open heart, knowing that He is committed to guiding you toward what is best for you. As you navigate through life's challenges and opportunities, stay attuned to the ways God communicates with you and remain diligent in seeking His will. This approach will help you make informed decisions, align your actions with His purpose, and ultimately find greater fulfillment and alignment with God's plans for your life.